What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk about Onward, the Disney Pixar film that has LGBT representation, and it was actually advertised, and they were being so proud of this because we're going to be progressive and we're going to show everybody that representation matters in a child's movie. And a lot of people looked at this and said, why are you putting this in a children's movie? Why are you pushing your political agenda in a children's movie? Well, per the Hollywood Reporter, Onward battling to hit 40 million in the U.S. The new Pixar movie could prove an early litmus test as to whether moviegoing is impacted or so they're gonna blame it on that. They're gonna blame it on the flu that's going around. The animated family pick Onward is having trouble finding its groove, yada, yada, yada. At this pace, projections show that the Disney Pixar release opening at 37 million to 40 million range domestically in what would mark one of the lowest nationwide openings ever for the storied Pixar brand. Heading into the weekend, Onward was already tracking for a relatively modest domestic launch of 40 to 45, meaning the expectations were muted for the original offering. Box office analysts say they won't know until later this weekend, yada, 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 and they're probably going to blame the flu. But ultimately, I think a lot of people were turned off by why would we take our kids. Now, again, I'm not saying that the 19 flu doesn't have an impact, because we're looking at it's having a huge impact in certain parts of the country and in bigger parts of the world. So there's definitely a small factor into that, but I believe that just as much of a factor is the woke marketing, the get woke, go broke attitude going on. Now, if you remember, I covered this story from Bounding into Comics that was talking about 1 Million Moms. A group called 1 Million Moms was boycotting Onward, showing families with kids are frustrated with this type of nonsense. So I believe that is playing something into it, and the fact that it just didn't look that interesting to begin with. Now, I saw this tweet right here. Want to know what the big LGBT representation Disney hyped up amounted to? A single throwaway line that I nearly missed because it goes by so fast. Something they can easily dub out for China. That's what you get. Hooray for the bare minimum. What a load. So, you know, I mean, they've got people just getting frustrated with them because we all know what they're doing. They do this all the time. They did it with The Rise of Skywalker. They've done this with other films where they put in something to where they can get on social media and they can talk about how woke they are and how amazing they are and how much they're for representation and against bigotry and yada, yada, yada. But they can also edit it out for countries that don't allow it. Because suddenly your values, they don't really seem to matter when money is on the line, right? So again, there's a lot of variables that are going into this, and I'm not trying to dismiss one or the other. But at the end of the day, this is something we have seen over and over again. And I think this particular movie is really exposing them for the nonsense that they continue to try to pull. And I would like to congratulate the group of 1 Million Moms. Now, I know it's not 1 million moms, but that's the name of the group. I would like to congratulate them on what appears to be a successful boycott campaign against the movie Onward. Time will tell as the weekend progresses and we see how these numbers play out. But ultimately, even the highest expectations are still not very good for a Disney Pixar film, and that has to be noted. So maybe keep your agenda-driven nonsense out of movies. Maybe don't advertise it. Maybe don't show everybody how woke you are and how great you are by hyping up that you are having representation in this movie when it's a scene that you can simply edit out when you release it to other countries that don't allow it, because ultimately you don't believe in the bullshit that you're spewing and everybody seems to know it. Or maybe the group 1 Million Moms, I guess they're just man babies. Maybe they're just angry white guys in their basement. Isn't that the narrative that we always paint around this? We could always go with that one too, because what we've learned is that women and non-white dudes, their opinions don't matter when they go against the narrative, so you just pretend like they don't exist. Isn't that how it always goes? Hollywood, isn't that how it always goes for the mainstream media? Disney, isn't that how it always goes? It'll be interesting to see how they respond. But ultimately, we all know what's going to happen. They're just going to fall back on the 19 flu, and that's going to be their whole thing. They're going to dismiss the woke marketing. They're going to dismiss the fact that even the people that they're marketing to are seeing through their nonsense, and they're going to all fall back on that. And again, it does play a part, and I'm not saying that the virus doesn't play a part, because it definitely is playing a part. But just as much as playing a part is the fact that people are tired of your pandering as well. And the movie just didn't look good. It didn't look that interesting at all. You have some big stars in it, so that helped with your marketing. There's no doubt about that. But ultimately, we'll see how this all plays out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money. Raylos are weird. Onward might lose money. And we will talk to you later.